Thank you, Madam Chairman. And I also want to thank you for accommodating me. And I apologize for missing a few of the first minutes of this meeting. I know you guys, Senator Flexer and Representative Fox, you were very good. You must have had multiple technology to be able to bounce into judiciary and vote. And I will keep that in mind for the future, so I'm better equipped when that happens. I have quite a few comments to make. I'll try and be brief, but I do want to cover a couple of quick things and introduce myself and welcome everyone to the 2021 session of the Government Administration and Elections Committee. I'm Senator Rob Sampson. I served 4 terms in the House, and I am in my 2nd term in the State Senate. This is my 2nd go-round as the ranking member on this particular committee. I was the ranking member of the Insurance Committee over the last 8 years preceding this. I'm known as one of the more conservative members of the General Assembly, but I want people to understand that I am focused on doing the work of the people first and foremost every second of every day. And I believe that I was elected, like the rest of us, to make good public policy. And sadly, I understand that when we watch what's happening on the evening news and what's happening in Washington, D.C., and sadly, even more and more in our state, public policy seems to get lost in the realm of politics. And I would like very much for us to be a committee that does a better job of communicating and debating issues and working for the people that we represent. I do have some concerns with the way this legislative session has begun. I want to start by saying that I am very much against this Zoom meeting concept. I think it is questionable in its constitutionality. And I believe that there is a certain segment of the population that is being left out. They're being disenfranchised. You have people that do not have computers. You have senior citizens who are not particularly computer literate. You have people that live in poor areas of our state that do not have access to the technology. Those folks should have every right to have the access that everyone else does to us and to the entire General Assembly on every issue. That is the whole point of having a representative government. And I would just like to register that as a concern. I understand we voted on the joint rules and there were plenty of yes votes and there were some no votes also. But we should all be very aware and very cognizant that our job is to be accessible to the people that we represent. And the last thing that we want is to have a government that operates in secret and passes legislation and laws that affect the people that we represent without their consent and their ability to come and visit us and talk about them. As a lot of you guys mentioned, elections, I think, are going to be the #1 issue this year. And in fact, I think that this committee may in fact be the most important committee in 2021. And it will be my focus to restore the public's confidence in our election cycle. Our system is breaking down, and each one of us knows this. There are people on the right that believe that Donald Trump is an absolutely perfect human being and that he can do no wrong and the election was stolen from him. And then there are people who are on the left who believe that Trump is pure evil and that any mention of an election fraud issue or problem is completely contrived and made up. And the truth is that neither of those things is true. The truth is somewhere in the middle. I supported President Trump, but not 100% of the time. He's a human being, just like the rest of us. And he is right some of the time, and he is wrong some of the time. We need to be better at recognizing when each of us is right and wrong, and when the people that we follow and support are right and wrong. And I would like to make it quite clear that election fraud is a legitimate and real thing, and it does happen. Was the election stolen from Donald Trump? I doubt it. But that's not enough to dismiss every issue or accusation or potential case of voter fraud. And we must remember that. There is half of the country out there and a good portion of our state that believes that the election was stolen, whether it was right or wrong, or whether they are right or wrong. It doesn't matter. We need to restore the confidence in this upcoming election cycle, or our republic is in grave danger. I'm going to work very hard to do that, and I want to work across the aisle to do that. But in order to do so, I'm going to need you guys to please work with me to recognize that even the people you disagree with have value, they have a point, and we need to alleviate their concerns so that they have confidence going forward. And with that, I will turn it back to the chairman, and I appreciate you guys indulging me for a couple minutes.
Thank you, Senator Sampson, for that introduction.